have arrived in Sintra, which is one of the villages here in this national park. We've already been around like the whole park. We had to drive around because we tried to go up to the Moorish castle, but for somehow we couldn't, weren't allowed, the police stopped us. So you can only go there by taxi or bus. So now we're in Sintra and we just had lunch here at this cozy place, Café Saudade, and we're gonna go for a walk in the historical center and then try to find a ride up to this castle.
For our friend Kenneth, who is here visiting us, it was his first time in Sintra and in Portugal. Sintra is a unique place due to all the historic palaces that have been built here. We ended up getting a tuk-tuk to go up the hills and see some of the castles and palaces from the outside. The rain made everything look more mysterious, but it wasn't very nice to be outside walking.
The bad weather is rolling in. The wind is picking up, and it started raining. It's on and off raining, getting colder. We're at this beautiful viewpoint of Azenas do Mar. Not sure if that's correct pronunciation. The ocean is looking fierce, but I love the color of the water. It's this ice cold, like peppermint color, ice color.
And the wind is starting to pick up. You can really see the waves are starting to build too. This coastline can be quite dangerous in heavy weather when you approach land, trying to get into a marina when the wind is from the west and you have big waves like this. A lot of the marinas and ports are situated on a river, and when that river meets big seas like this, you can have like standing walls of water when you're trying to get into that harbor, making it very dangerous. Just like a half an hour from here up north, we have a Nazaré, where they have some of the biggest surf waves in the world. I think the biggest waves they've been surfing there are over 30 meters. Vad gör ni? We just made a quick stop at Cabo de la Roca, the westernmost point on mainland Europe. You just have to look at the sea state out here. I think we have 25 knots of wind steady now. Tonight it's going to pick up to 40. And it's going to rain quite a bit the coming days.
In the evening, we had some boat neighbors over for drinks.
heading into Lisbon today. The wind has finally calmed down. Just going to take the train in there.
The train into Lisbon takes 40 minutes and only costs €2.
It was much colder here in Lisbon than out on the coast in Cascais. We're on our way to a restaurant now to have lunch. And it's up the hill here in Alfama, the oldest neighborhood in town.
Lisbon is one of the oldest cities in the world, and the second oldest European capital city after Athens. This is my third time in Lisbon, and I just love this city. The city is located on 7 hills, so when walking here, you'll get a free exercise.
Pretty popular spot. Let's see if we get a table.
Okay, let me see.
Yeah, we didn't get a spot. So now we're walking to another place.
Then there was some love at first sight. The food was delicious. I'm kind of glad that we didn't get a table at the first place, because that made us find this gem.
Thank you.
We're going to the viewpoints in Santa Catarina. Look at the view and see the sun glowing over on the other hill. Nice way to go around.
Yeah, definitely.
Bye.
Another great day in Lisbon, and I hope we'll come here many more times. Back in Cascais, Johan gave Kenneth a tour of the systems on board before our coming passage.
Here we have the latest victim of the orcas. This British boat got towed in here yesterday. It got attacked last night, or yesterday night, just outside the coast here of Sintra. And this is what the rudder looks like, or what's left of it. There's pretty much nothing left, and the whole thing is bent. It would be interesting to talk to the people that were on board. It was 2 British men, but they are not here. There was another attack on a fishing boat that was just south of here. So I guess that the orcas are hanging around here now.
Provisioning was done, and now we're just waiting for the weather to improve. Today is our last day on mainland Portugal, so we are driving south today to check out the area a little bit more. I've never been south of Lisbon. We're soon arriving to a town called Sines.
Short break along the road here to have a look at these cork trees. So see how they have harvested the bark of the cork, and apparently the trees survive this, and then they can come back maybe, I don't know, 20 years from now and harvest again.
Decided to wait until tomorrow. The winds are supposed to come down tomorrow, so it's been pretty windy these past few days, and it's northerly winds, and they have gotten so cold. It's really cold right now.
Not that cold.
No, it's not like Sweden at this time of the year, but it is cold. It's the coldest we've had so far.
We're at a place called Porto Covo. It's about 15 kilometers south from Sines. It's early morning and we're about to sail to Madeira. We're going to leave the dock within a couple of minutes, head over to the fuel dock, take out some fuel, and then we have about, what is it now, 480 nautical miles, I think it is, to Madeira. Our first offshore voyage with crew. So that will be exciting, and probably a lot easier to have some help from Kenneth. Yeah, the weather looks really good. Today it looks like we might have 26 knots in the gusts, but sunny skies. And then tomorrow the wind is going to drop a little bit, but no rain, and it will be downwind all the way according to the forecast. Everything ready, Malin?
I think so. Now just to get out of the slip and move to the fuel dock. So we have the wind on the side, so yeah.
Yeah,
See
it
how
will
it
be.
goes?
I think it will be okay. It's not that tight, so I think we'll just back out, land that way with the stern, and then we're off. Josephine, the other Swedish boat, they're also going to join us now. So it will be 2 Swedish boats that will sail close to each other. Star, the other boat, they left, what was it, 3 or 4 days ago, and they should arrive today to Porto Santo. Right now we have 22 to 23 knots of wind, and yeah, we only have the head sail up right now. I want to see what the wind will do once we're a bit off land, which direction it will be, before we put up the mainsail. The seas are not that big, but they're steep, and really short distance between them. So the boat gets tossed around quite a bit. What do you think about the sailing so far, Kenneth?
Good. Testing out my life jacket, make sure it fits.
Yeah, looks good.
It's nice. Some, yeah, a little more surfing than I thought we were going to do. A little lighter winds, but
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun.
I think the waves will calm down a bit once we're off the ledge here in a few miles.
But she sails nicely.
It's lunchtime. We prepared a couple of meals before we left the harbor. So today will be spaghetti bolognese. Pretty common on board round 2. Kenneth is outside at the wheel. The girls are sleeping. Yeah. It's my first shift of the night. Beautiful sky. So many stars out now tonight. Crisp air, and you can see all the way to some of the stars when they come up over the horizon. They can be mistaken for being ships. Really crisp air. Josephine, the other Swedish boat, we were sailing about 2 nautical miles from us on our port side back here. And behind us there's another boat, a Dutch boat called Eva. So in a half an hour or so I'll wake Kenneth up and he will take the next shift of 3 to 4 hours. Yeah, I must say that the sailing has been really good the last couple of hours. The seas has calmed down quite a bit. and right now we have 17 to 18 knots of true wind, doing 7.5 knots over ground at the moment. So really good sailing and nothing to complain about. We have a direct course to Porto Santo, and yeah, I think me and Kenneth will take all the night shifts. Malin and Vera are sleeping. It's a lot easier when you're 3 adults.
Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed the episode. An easy way to support our channel is by subscribing. And if you do, make sure to press the bell so you'll get notified when we have a new video.